Marketing's got to be one of the most interesting departments to work with. A lot of colourful individuals. There's lots of rich media content. There's processes, jobs, events, and then there's the whole communications piece, which is a really key piece, part of having an intranet. And that's where this platform really shines. There are so many things that we could show you relating to SharePoint and marketing, but we're going to focus on two key things: job requests using a mobile-friendly form, and corporate communication. So marketing receive all sorts of job requests. Some examples might be advertising campaigns, direct email, print media, landing pages, seminars, things like that. For this example, we're going to collect that data for a conference using a mobile app. We're going to create a space for that conference to be worked on, and then we're going to inform the business about the upcoming event. Some of you may or may not know that organising conferences takes a lot of work. You've got to organise an agenda, book speakers and a venue, get pamphlets created, organise catering, lots of stuff. Wouldn't it be nice if we had one area to do all of this, keep all our content? So let's start from the beginning. Someone needs to log a job. Often this is done by sales guys out on the road using their mobiles, and rather than use a browser-based form like we just saw for HR, let's have a look at a more touch-friendly solution using Power Apps.
So this is something that I know a lot about, Pete. You know, even thinking about this webinar today, right? You know, it's something that we have to go to our marketing team and say, hey, you know, we've got to organise it. Who are we going to invite? What's the content? Get the landing pages. There's all these different tasks we've got to manage. So I get exactly where you're coming from.
All right. Well, this is a Power App. So this is what you'd expect from a mobile app. There's no pinching or zooming. This is it just takes up the whole screen. You can have one of these embedded on your SharePoint pages as well. You don't have to access things like these apps through mobiles. So I can see a list of existing job requests. I can drill into one and see the information about it. If I wanted to log a new request, I could do that. I'd have to pick what type of request that I want. So with a conference, I'll be asked for this information here, a title, an event date, the speakers, but depending on, you know, if I picked a white paper, I'd be asked a different set of questions.
So this is just a smarter way at the moment for us to capture the data than compared to the first one that we just did a real basic one in
That's right.
before.
Just building on the last example. So, like you just mentioned, this is just capturing data. We're doing it in a more mobile-friendly way, but it's data at the end of the day, and that data gets stored in jobs request list. So I've flipped back over to the marketing site. This is just a simple marketing site. You can make quite elaborate team sites in SharePoint, but for this example, we've just got a simple functional one here. Our recent job requests up the top, I can come in here and approve a job request straight on this page without having to dig through other screens and dialogues. Once a job's approved, the workflow is going to go and set up a site for that job. So I've already approved this one here. I can see I've got a link to the team site that's been set up for this conference. I'll pop over to the conference team site. We're met with a task list. Now this looks pretty familiar.
It looks like the first one you showed us, really.
That's right. So wherever people go in the intranet, we want to keep the experience the same, consistent. So we'll be using team sites a lot, and you know, people can come in here and tick off these tasks. These happen to be tasks that are all about setting up a conference, going to book venues and things, and they've been plotted up here in the Gantt chart, so you can see where we're up to today and what's left to do. On the left-hand side, we've got documents, a place to store those, a calendar for organising what's happening on what day, notes. So this is using OneNote, great place to take notes on the fly. But down the bottom here, we've got a news feed. I can't stress enough how useful these are for encouraging collaboration in your organisation.
I spotted one on the homepage as well, Pete.
Yeah, the homepage is where we've got Yammer hooked up to the homepage. So again, that's the next step up from an inbuilt news feed that we're seeing here. This is an out-of-the-box one, but Yammer is the next step in that social engagement with your stuff.
And the importance of that is, again, we're not losing stuff in email that's searchable. People can have those threaded conversations, broadcast to the whole organisation, or we can target them into specific groups. I know it's one of the biggest things that, of impact that we've had in a lot of projects in recent times.
Yeah, and it gives people a sense of ownership. They've got their own voice to contribute, and more importantly, come up with answers and have recognition, and that they were the ones to help out. Okay, well, remember the home page where we've got this slider in the middle here? The last part of this section is informing the rest of the business that the event is coming up. So I'm going to pop over to an article that I wrote just before. By clicking save on this article, it'll be published at the home page, letting everyone know of the upcoming event that we've just approved. These articles will stay on the home page until they expire. So this new slider will take care of itself, cleaning out old articles.
So we've got a couple of different ways to communicate here. One that's presenting a bit more like an advertorial, nice image there that people can see, freshen up the look. But then we've got the newsfeed, the Yammer newsfeed underneath there, where we've got the threaded conversations. We can see Isaiah a little bit further up there where you were. Pete's mentioned Megan, I think I saw. So he's called her out. She still gets an email saying, hey, there's a post on the newsfeed here, so it draws her into it. But then the whole organisation can be aware of the conversation and contribute.
Yeah, that's right. So to wrap up, what did we cover? We've seen a cool new way of capturing data in a mobile-friendly way. We've seen some simple functional SharePoint sites that give us a single source of truth for content, capturing knowledge, and visibility of tasks. And we've kept the company in the loop by publishing that news story to the homepage.
So I think where you're going next is a bit of a departure from the traditional stuff. I know we had some people on the call that they said, hey, we're already using SharePoint, maybe Office 365. I'm really keen, and we don't have a poll around this one, but I'm keen to see if anyone's using this new platform that you're about to cover next.
Yeah, this is what I've been looking forward to demonstrating.